Hey everybody, Paul here, the YourTubeAdvocate for the months of February and March. Now, we talk a lot about here on this channel, obviously, about stuff that's going on YouTube, but it's important not to forget about the larger things that are going on out there in the real world. And if you live in the United States of America, right now that means the presidential election. Right now primaries are going on with major contests still to come in places like Ohio and Texas and Pennsylvania and other places. So it's important to know a little bit about who's running, and that means more than just knowing the names of the candidates. You know, it's important to know a little bit about where they stand on the issues. Now, YouTube has just revamped their YouChoose page. If you go to www.youtube.com/YouChoose, you can see where they've collected a bunch of videos where you can see what the candidates say about the different issues in their own words. The race going on for the Democratic Party's nomination is one of the closest primaries in recent history, which means that you may have a unique opportunity to make your vote count. And no matter where you live in the U.S. and whatever your party affiliation or lack thereof, you owe it to yourself to do a little bit of research about the candidates before the general elections in November. So, you know, there's a link over there in the video description. Go check it out. That being said, I know a lot of you don't live in the United States, so let's move on. Okay, so in the last video, I talked about a problem in the YouTube messaging system, and this has opened up a huge can of worms, because basically, if you've been on YouTube for more than about 30 seconds, you know that the YouTube messaging system is and always has been pretty much fucked. I'm not the first person to say it, but it seems like the best thing that they should do is just throw the entire thing out the window, and, you know, now that they're owned by Google, just take the infrastructure from the Gmail system and use that. It makes sense. And this is just one of a host of like technical glitches and problems that are kind of running rampant constantly on YouTube. Another thing that's been brought to my attention is the comment character counter, which is something that we were asking for a long time, that a lot of people wanted to see, so you could know when you reached the 500 character count max when you're trying to leave a comment. They did implement it, and it's pretty much as soon as they did, it started pissing people off, because, you know, it slowed people's browsers way the hell down, and it made it a pain in the butt just to try and leave a comment. So what do you think about that? Was it better before we had the character counter? Thumbs up, thumbs down, get rid of it, keep it, you know, it's better, it's worse, what do you think? But beyond that, I want to talk about, you know, just technical issues in general. I know I've said it, I know I've heard a ton of other people say it. I think it's pretty much fair to assume that we all feel the same way, which is that YouTube, before it thinks about adding new, you know, fancy, shiny features, should concentrate on fixing the crap that's already on the site. There's a lot of stuff on here that just doesn't work, it's broken, a lot of technical problems. So what I'm wondering is, what is the technical problem that is, you know, the most important to you? What's the most annoying? What bothers you the most, causes you the most problems? And as always, not just what the problem is, but also you know, how it affects your experience on the site, and what you think the correct solution would be. How would you like to see this problem addressed? You know, and this way I can turn around and go to YouTube and say, well, you know, this is where people's priorities are at. This is what, you know, people think needs to be addressed first and foremost. Now, I pass along a variety of your different, you know, concerns and complaints about all kinds of different things, but one of the things that I pass along had to do with YouTube's written blog that we all love so dearly. If you pay attention to this thing at all, in the comments section of each post, people just post all kinds of spam and nonsense and all kinds of crap. But on one post in particular, somebody had left a comment which gave instructions about how to steal credit card information, which is something that's clearly inappropriate. And, you know, I know that YouTube doesn't have the ability to check every comment that's all over the website, but they should at least be paying attention to the stuff that's, you know, on their own content, that's on their blog. Somebody messaged me about this, and I, you know, turned around and emailed YouTube about it, and that was a week ago, and the comment is still up. So what that says to me is that YouTube is basically not listening to us. They're still not taking us seriously. So what we need to do is to continue to grow this channel to the point where they can't afford not to take us seriously. Now, this channel's been growing steadily, and it'll probably continue to do so, but if we want to see aggressive growth, then we're going to need help from all of you. We need you to promote this channel. That means, favoriting the videos, at least for the first couple days that they're up, leaving comments, because that's a great way, to get your opinion to be heard here, and B, so that the videos will go up on the most subscribed list, or the most discussed list. Make a video response. Tell other people that you know on YouTube about the channel. Word of mouth. This is how this channel is going to grow. And this isn't about me, alright? I'm not here linking you to my channel, trying to get you to subscribe to me. Sooner rather than later, I'm going to be gone and somebody else is going to be sitting here. One of you out there that's probably watching this video right now. Because if whoever's the advocate in April can go in and say, I've got 5,000 people and they're telling me this, then YouTube has to take us more seriously. And if whoever the advocate is in August or November can go in and say, I've got 15, 20, 30,000 subscribers, and what I'm hearing from them is this, then YouTube has to listen to us. So the way to make this channel successful, the way to get legitimacy, and the way to get our voices to be heard and our opinions to matter, and for YouTube to enact what we want to happen on the site, is for you to get involved. Please, do what you can to promote the YourTubeAdvocate channel, because it's not my channel, it's yours.